Study smart. Elevate your English, empower your voice.
How do you come to class?
When I have motorbike, I come to class by motorbike.
How do you study English?
I study English deeply.
How do you live in Mandalay?
I live together with my friends in a hostel. We are not from the same village. We come from different places. We become friends when we work together in the same company.
How do you do homework?
When I do homework, I read the lesson again and again. If I find new vocabulary and grammar, I study them with verses. I read and study enough. I try to use in the conversation.
How do you speak English?
I usually speak English quickly. But if I speak with the basic students, I speak slowly and clearly.
How do you treat the people around you?
I always treat the people nicely. I never treat the people badly. I love the people.
Let me know how you spend your free time.
Yeah, sure. I will tell you about how I spend my free time. At work, I spend my free time sitting in the cafe. In the class, I spend my free time practicing with my friends. At home, I spend my free time reading and using Facebook.
How about you?
I'm also fine. Thank you. You are welcome.
How's your dad?
My dad is good. He is strong enough.
How's your mom?
My mom is not fine today. She is very sick because of bad weather. That's why she goes to clinic to see the doctor. Now she is improving because she takes medicines every day.
How is the class today?
The lesson is excellent today. I like the information and idea from lesson. It's not boring to learn. It's interesting to learn. I feel so good when I learn the lesson.
How is the weather today?
The weather is very hot today. I don't like hot weather. In summer, the weather is terribly hot in Mandalay. If the weather is hot, I don't want to go anywhere and I don't want to do anything. I just want to stay at home.
How is your English?
At the beginning, I can't speak English well. I don't understand when people speak English. 3 months later, my English gets better and better because I learn and practice more than the other students. Now, I can speak with correct grammar and pronunciation.
How is your job?
I feel happy about my job. The pay is good. Co-workers are nice. Manager treats workers equally. He is never biased. He always manages fairly. He isn't proud, he is friendly.
How often do you speak English in front of the class?
I usually speak in front of the class. I usually speak in front of the class to have experience.
How often do you discuss the lessons with your classmates?
I discuss the lessons with my classmates frequently.
How often do you think about your job?
I think about my job very often.
How often do you use computer in the office?
I always use computer because I have to do my job with computer.
How often do you come to class a day?
I come to class twice a day. One time is in the morning. Another time is in the evening. In the morning, I come to class to study basic English. In the evening, I come to class to study intermediate English.
How often do you read for knowledge?
I sometimes read for knowledge. I like reading. But I cannot always read because I have no time for reading. And you, do you have time for reading?
How often do you eat per day?
I just eat 2 times per day. I eat lunch before noontime in the morning.
How often do you do homework per day?
I do homework 3 times per day. One time is in the morning before I go to work. The second time is in the evening after the class. The last time is at night before I go to bed.
How often do you practice a day to improve your English?
I practice times without number. I practice a lot because I want to get ahead of the others. I don't want to fall behind the others. I don't want to be a loser. I want to be a winner among the people. That's why I try my best to improve day after day.
Do you know how often I cook for family?
Yes, I know how often you cook for family. You cook for family at least 3 times a day. Am I right?
How do you practice in front of the class?
I practice excitedly because I have no experience.
How do you drive the motorbike every day?
I drive slowly and carefully because I don't want to have accident.
How do you feel when you make presentation?
I feel shy when I make presentation because of the boys.
How do you have to stay in the class?
I have to stay actively in the class. I have to practice actively with energy in the class.
How do you do to improve your English?
To improve my English, I do as my teacher says.
How do you do when you feel tired?
I lie down in the bed and listen to music.
How often do you drink with your friends?
I never drink with my friends because I don't like drinking.
How often do you come to class a day?
I come to class twice a day.
How long do you practice English in the class?
I practice English for 30 minutes in the class.
How long do you learn English from the class?
I learn English for 1 hour in the class.
How long do you work per day?
I work from AM to PM. I'll work for 8 hours per day.
How long do you need to read this lesson?
I need to read this lesson until I understand very detailed.
How long do you hope to date your girlfriend?
I hope to date my girlfriend all day long.
How long do you sleep a day?
I go to bed at 11 and I get up at 6 in the morning. I sleep for 6 hours a day. I use my energy at work during the daytime. I renew myself during the night time.
How long do you want to attend this class?
I want to attend this class until I can speak English. I think I have to attend this class at least for 1 year. After 1 year, I will be able to speak English fluently. I will be able to study by myself without a teacher. During 1 year, I need my teacher. I need his teaching. Now, I have no plan to quit the class. I still need this class.
Study smart. Elevate your English, empower your voice.